This hand is the reason I love.
It's creepy. This is creepy on shop. 70 miles of Friday afternoon commuter traffic.
An ABC
Poker.
special presentation.
Bring up Mrs. Creepy because I want to bring up mindset. Obviously, I want to make money playing poker, and that situation is compounded when you bring your spouse along for the ride. So this tournament has a 1+1 format. It means you're allowed to re-enter one time before registration closes at 8 o'clock if you bust out. Some people just play the best they can, and if they bust out before 8 o'clock, they re-enter. I don't think that's the most effective strategy if you want to use 1+1. If you're going to use that strategy, you should play crazy. If you chip up, you're almost the chip leader. If you go broke, you can go to the cage, spend another $500 to enter again. And that's an effective strategy for some people. Me, I'm on a limited budget today. I'm going to play one entry, one bullet. I'm going to play ABC Poker. Always my quality hands, always trying to target those 1+1 crazy players in the first 4 hours to try and chip up that way. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll get back to you in about an hour in my time, but for you, right now. Poker. So that drive took a lot longer than I thought it would. I am entering with half-hour levels. I'm in level 3. That's what you get for driving in on a Friday afternoon. This is a fun picture. A couple of things to notice here. First, that 70-mile, 90-minute drive from Vallejo, California to Lincoln, California ended up being a 70-mile, 2.5-hour drive in Friday afternoon commuter traffic, allowing me to register over an hour after cards went in the air. Next, I was fortunate enough to be seated in the big blind for my very first hand. After folding that blind in ante, you're looking at me about to fold my small blind and be down to exactly 24,000 chips. Then I fold my garbage on the button and we pick up the action 2 hands later. One of the first hands I played, queens, with blinds 200, 400. I raised to 16. The guy to my left called. The blinds called. Flop was ace 3-5. A check to me. I continued for 2,000. The small blind called. Everybody else folded. The turn was another 3, so now we have ace 3, 5, 3. Check to me. I bet 3,500, and the small blind jammed on me, and he had a mountain of chips, like 60,000 or so.
Really?
So I folded, and I was down to, I believe, 16,500.
So you're down to
next hand,
65?
pocket tens. The guy
on the
to
very
my
next
right
hand.
and raised
What's that?
to 1,500. I called, 3 callers behind me.
So let's review. Your so-called great plan gets you to an all-in or fold position. 6 hands after you enter. 6 hands after you enter?
Flop was 4-8-9.
Mike Tyson once said, everybody's got a plan.
Until you get punched in the mouth.
It's a good thing Mike Tyson doesn't play poker.
Everybody checked. The turn 5. Original razor bet 6,500. I said, whatever, I jammed. He knew he was behind. He knew he had outs. He called me with pocket 6s. He missed, and I was suddenly at 38,000.
Bruno and Bootsy. I'm more of an Adam Ant guy myself.
I picked up 2 black aces with the blinds 3-6, and I opened for 1,600. The guy to my left raised to 4,000, and I jammed, and he folded. So at the break, I'm at 41,700 with a good attitude and about 20 more levels before I can get to day 2, 2 days from today on Sunday. Hi, I made it to the second break. It's a 30-minute break. I went into this round of levels at 41,700. Now, I know it's early, but let's compare my stack to the average stack in the room. First, my 41.7 was 6,000 higher than average at the end of level 4. 20 minutes into level 5 with blinds 400, 800, 800. One of the players at my table lost a really big hand. He got short, and then he decided to shove his final 8,000 pre-flop with Queen Jack. I had Ace King. Of course I'm calling. The board missed both of us. The best starting hand was mine. It was also the best finishing hand, so I chipped up to around 50,000. I folded a lot. That was my original strategy before registration closes, to fold. I'm glad I stuck to it. I won a few small pots along the way. I remember I had pocket jacks. I raised pre-flop. I got a caller. I bet an 8 high flop and my opponent folded. So didn't get it on video. Just to let you know, For me and for most bloggers, it's hard to get video on the hands that were not all in because the floor comes by and says, hey, don't record while there's still action. With that in mind, level 6, chopped a pot with a different short stack. He shoved with ace-queen, I called with ace-queen. We chopped, here's the proof. An orbit after that, blind versus blind. I'm the big blind with 4-9 of clubs. We both limped. The flop was ace, 10, 6 with 2 clubs. That same short stack shoved with a pair of 10, second pair. With a flush draw, I called. I missed.
It is 8,700.
And now I'm back down to 41K again. Makes sense to me that he would shove with second pair there, being that neither one of us raised pre-flop, so the assumption is neither one of us had an ace. Under normal circumstances, he's going to take the pot down. In this instance, I had a flush draw, I gambled first crumbs, and I lost. In retrospect, probably would have been better if I would have shoved from the big blind pre-flop and probably would have gotten to take it down. But you live and learn. Half an hour later, I got into a third all-in with that same guy. This time he shoved pre-flop with jack 9 of diamonds for about 12K. I called with ace 8 offsuit. He hit the flop, but I hit the turn and smashed the river, and now I'm back on break with 69K. The average is that much, which I'm kind of good. A couple things. First, yeah, I can tell my eyes are foggy and my speech is slurred, but I've always said I can play short stacked in my sleep. Now I'll get the chance. Next, registration just closed, so the rules changed a little bit. Before the break, if a player busted out, there was an option for that player to re-enter one more time. Now that late registration is closed, the tournament will act more like a freeze-out. If you lose once, you're done. When the rules change, my strategy changes a bit. Now that we're in a one and done, the players are going to fold more. Because they're going to fold more, I should be more aggressive. I should bet more. With that strategy, my stack is going to go up and down more. Hopefully up more than down. I don't drink, I don't smoke, but I do get tired. I know, I'm as surprised as you. I'm still in. Remember how I had 69,000 on the second break? You know how much I have right now? 69,000. It was a rocky road to get there. I was up to 98, and I was down to 47. So there's 4 tables left, 36 people, 26 make the money, 20 advance to day 2. On the last break, there were 73 people. We're 4 levels later, there's 36 people. Every 4 levels, the field cuts in half. So this tournament's going to end in level 15, halfway through, my prediction. Okay, so I have 69,000. I'm probably near the bottom. I'm probably like 27th, 28th place. Got pocket kings. I shoved and everyone folded. Got a couple bluffs through. There was one time I limped with king 10 and 3 people limped behind. Everybody checked the flop. I turned the nuts, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. I bet 15,000. Everybody folded. And passing chips, back and forth, back and forth. People got eliminated. One of them wasn't me. I'll check in soon. Creepy. Out. You know what I'm really good at? Playing short stacked. There's a difference between being short and being so short that you can't fade a call. After coming back and paying the small blind, my 66K was still big enough to open jam late and probably get a fold from the button and blinds. A fold will get me 15K in blinds and antes, and if I could do that just once every orbit, once every 9 hands, I'm not going to have any trouble making day 2. It's kind of quiet in here because there's 3 tables left, 27. I think I'm in 27th place. The blinds are 4-8 with an 8,000 ante. I have 41,000 chips, so I'm trying to wait out at least one person to get paid, and then hopefully another 6 people, and I'll make day 2. I'm hoping for someone to get aces and somebody else to get kings somewhere. We'll see what happens, but trying to make the money. $850 or zero. Very soon. Problem with being too short is no one will ever fold to you. I got below 50K and knew I couldn't bluff shove anymore. Blinded down to 18,000, I made a stand.
Oh shit.
it doesn't hurt to flop your opponent virtually dead.
Thanks.
I've had this stack for a day and a half. and the bubble just burst, so I made the money. Sleeping.
Hey, thanks for sticking around with me. Look at the time. Look at that. 1:16. Tournament started at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. As you know, I got here at 5. I've never had 100,000 chips. The average is a lot, and I keep plugging away. I got down to 36,000, 5, 10, 10 blinds, and I had total garbage, and somebody raised under the gun, so that would put me 16 left after I paid the blinds. And I folded like 9-4, something like that. The table chastised me, so I had 16,000 left. Next hand I was the small blind, paying 500 or 5,000, and I picked up pocket kings. And there was there was a raise and a raise and a raise. Well, a raise and a call and a call, and I essentially quadrupled up to a high point of 88,000, and right now I'm at 68,000 in the small blind. And we're on the bubble. Made it past the money bubble. I'm trying to make it to day 2. When I make it to day 2, you see how, you don't see, but we're in level 17 here. But they roll it back of all the flights. I'm in flight D over here. And one of the flights only went 14 levels. So when I come back on Sunday, if I make it, the blinds won't be whatever they are, which is like 6, 12, 12. They'll be whatever level 14 is. Hey, look at this. You know who that is? That's my wife.
I know you might think I have 9 lives, but the real story is Mrs. Creepy. She played $100 on the slot starting when we got here a little after 5, and she just finished up now. We played poker another 20 minutes or so, and I was blinded down again, this time to 32,000. The tables were all playing hand for hand. It means after one of the 3 tables finishes a hand, that table has to wait for the other 2 tables to also finish. It makes things fair in that someone can't just stall their way to the money, but it also creates a lot of dead time. With that time, everyone looks around to see who the shortest stack is. That short stack is some annoying vlogger named Mr. Creepy. In theory, I've got the whole tournament rooting against me, including the players who want to make day 2 and the dealers who want to go home. Then, the shortest stack in the room made another stand.
32. Why?
Let's see him. Turn him up. 6s.
What?
Oh, you want to hold in right? Oh my gosh. This guy's running nuts.
Yeah, I'm running stone cold hot.
4 minutes later, I picked up King, Queen of Diamonds. I was going to bluff shove pre-flop, but I heard someone from the other table say, "That's it, it's over, you're welcome."
82.
I then decided not to risk anything, bagged up, and we drove home.
And just like that, it's Sunday. I played till about 2 in the morning on Friday. I wrote some strategy bullet points that I should go over. First of all, poker is time. Right now I'm in 103rd place out of 112. I have a mid and cash and 1 ladder up already. Guaranteed $940. Levels today are going to be a half an hour. So within 2 hours, the field is going to cut from 112 down to about 56. And that's going to be 3 or 4 ladders. And if I could just stay alive for that long, I'm going to ladder up to like $2,000. Number 2, play better than a dead man, which means if I don't show up and I just get blinded out, I'm gonna ladder up a couple levels. I wanna do better than if I never showed up. One terrible thing to do is shove a first hand and lose, and then you're playing worse than a dead man. Somebody who's dead would play better than you. The last poker tournament that I made day 2, I shoved on the second hand. I had a big strategy where I'm gonna go last for 3 or 4 hours, and it lasted 3 minutes. There's strategy, and then there's the execution of strategy. And my last poker tournament over at Grayton, the strategy was great, the execution was shit. And finally, I want to make today significant. Play smart, wait for my spots, and take advantage of other people's mistake. I might end up with a $940 cash. I probably will end up with a $1,200 or $1,300 cash. Up top, it's $76,000. You know, if I get lucky, this could be my greatest poker day of my life. Probably won't.
10,000.
But I want to at least give myself a chance. So in addition to everything that I said earlier when I was in the car before I left, today is just a step in the process. It's a learning experience. I need to develop good habits, so in the future I can build on that and do something better. That's good. Okay, tournament's about to start in about 15 minutes, so I'm going to get ready, and I will give you a report very soon.
This hand is the reason I vlog. I'm still way below chip average, and if I last another orbit, it's going to be an extra $140 for me. In retrospect, calling was probably a mistake. I know I'm going to be playing this hand passively, so since I'm not going to jam, I should realize that unless I smash the flop, I'm more than likely going to be folding. Greg and Josh both limped from the blinds. Josh was probably considering jamming, but didn't want to take the risk of me calling when I'm so short. The flop is probably my best case scenario. Considering the action pre-flop, I should know I'm ahead. This is where I lost the hand. I should raise here and let them know it's going to be a tough fold going forward. Rather than raising, I followed Josh in flat calling Greg's bet and opened up a perfect bluffing opportunity for Greg and Josh on the turn. Lesson learned. I dropped my phone. I'm sorry. Greg checks the turn and Josh fires out $25K. Now I have to figure out if Josh actually smashed the turn or just perceived my weakness on the flop and made a move that I couldn't match. I'm invested $12K in the pot and I have $78K behind. It's an all-in or fold position for me. I figured I can probably find a better spot after the ladder, and I don't want to make a bad play worse, so I make a fold. That better spot comes 8 hands later under the gun +1, again against Greg. This time, I open raise to 22K, and there's no way I'm folding my 53,000 behind. And either everyone has junk, or my reputation as a tight player is far more well-known than I thought.
Started with 70.
So, now I'm at 90, with the blinds bumped up here in level 15. Only a fool would panic shove with 10 bigs, or 4 orbits if you prefer. Just wait for weird stuff to happen to other people. Oh, Greg's in another hand. His queens all in pre-flop against ace king and Super Mario's pocket kings.
It's all gonna happen the same on the flop.
Mario used to be so much nicer before he went a ring.
Currently have 47,000, 1/9 the average deck.
I'm about to be below that line again where my all-ins won't get through, so I jam here, expecting a call. And when that doesn't happen, I pick up 20K in blinds and antes. And that's a good thing. Very next hand, 67K behind, ace king in the hole. If I shove here, it's gonna look like a bluff. Hey look, it's Greg.
You know I'm the easiest guy to get the blind from.
Nope, that's me.
Exactly 3 hands later, action folds to our friend Josh on the button. He bets 25K. He's not wearing a mask. Why is he trying to steal? I'm not laying down big lick. Let's win or go home.
Ace. Oh, that's a real good hand. It's about to be a real good hand.
Oh my god. The window. And the window. Oh, but there's diamonds. And 2 diamonds. I've got some drama. Oh, there it is.
Greg's been having a really bad day, and he busts out here on a river straight beating his 2 pair. Greg leaves. New guy takes his place. Josh shoves on me in a blind versus blind situation, and I give it up easy. Price of poker is getting expensive, or profitable.
Yeah. Later. I'll show you if you call.
Can my 129,000 shove get past 4 people and net me 25,000 unchallenged? Yes! Next hand, open limp from under the gun. I've got the player's dream. I'll bump into 28K here to isolate. Surprisingly, the big blind comes along and the original raiser just calls. Flop is Queen 7-7. Did the blind hit it? Let's cross our fingers and find out. Big blind folds, and if Greg's replacement calls, I'm on my way to a 400,000 average stack.
Now you seem super healthy, yeah.
You didn't do it. I'm not gonna do it because Josh said it was bad luck. I did a little tap for you.
Not
earlier.
bad luck, just
I did a little tap for you earlier.
it's just like lost its meaning. You used to be saying like good hand, good job.
Oh, here it is.
He calls.
Now it means like we're brothers from another mother or something.
Kings?
He's making moves.
He has pocket eights.
The time of creepy is happening.
He wins.
Number one, surprise, I didn't bust out here. I busted out way before that. Number two, Tom Masinter, an old friend from Hayward and
Back in the day,
and,
we go way back.
everywhere. I'm about to jump back into another tournament of one day. Tom's in it. You got to get back from break. I got to go
I
register.
got to run, but hopefully we can final table together.
Yeah.
And play like old times together.
Absolutely.
All right, James, have a good one, buddy.
All right, see ya. The bad news is I busted out with pocket aces. The worst news is there was a ladder. I busted out 80th and 79th, played another 180 bucks. So that tournament's still going on. Surprise. I'm going into another one, but as for this vlog, I will see you next time.